my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law. Please subscribe to our channel. What are the child support and custody issues with respect to unmarried partners? Now, we know if there's a marriage, it goes without saying that the parties are going to in some way participate in the custody of the children. It might be equal, it might be shared in a non-equal manner, but there's going to be that. There's going to be child support that goes along with that. But that's in a marital union. What if it's a non-marital union? What if two people have a child, had a relationship, and they break up? What are the custody rights with respect to that child? And does the lack of marriage associated with the whole story impinge upon that? Well, it kind of does in one way. It has the impact in the following manner. When there's a marriage, there's a presumption that both parents are going to share equally in that custody, at least as we start out. Could be that at the end of the day, the court will favor one person for custody over the other, but there's a presumption that it's basically a joint situation to start out with. That presumption does not exist in a non-marital union. In a non-marital union, the presumption basically is that the mom's going to have the custody. Therefore, if the father wants rights, unlike having them bestowed upon you by virtue of a marriage, you've got to go out and get them. What does that mean? That means A, the paternity has to be established. If you're not on the birth certificate, if there's no affidavit of parentage that names you and you all of a sudden want rights, you better go out and get an attorney who will then file a petition to determine paternity, or what we call a DP case. And once the paternity is established, then of course certain rights and responsibilities will flow, like parenting time, like child support. Those are the rights and responsibilities. In a non-marital union, the court still has to determine custody if there's a debate about it. The debate comes around where somebody files a petition for custody. They either want full custody or joint custody. They want to keep custody or take custody away from the other person, but somehow it gets before the court. And when that happens, the court has to make determinations based on the best interest of the children. What's in the best interest of the children or child? There's about a dozen factors that the court has to take into account to make that analysis. Remember one thing. At the end of the day, the court really doesn't care about you. And the court doesn't care about the other parent. You know why? You're adults. You make your own decisions. You live with them, good, bad, or indifferent. The court, though, cares about the child. So the court's always going to look at what's in the best interest of the child. Should the child stay with mom? Should the child stay with dad? Is mom better? Is dad better? Maybe they're both not worthy. Sometimes the court has to make these decisions, but it's always going to do it not based on whether or not the court likes mom better than dad, but whether or not it's in the best interest of the child. Does the custody decision in one way service that best interest analysis? That's what the court is looking for. If you have any questions about that, of course, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.